anytime you go to somebody that's successful and say, I really like to learn, or I really want to know about you and what you do, they're always happy to do it. I've never had anybody say no. I've never had anybody that I've walked up to and said, I want a mentor, and I want a mentor like you. Would you be my mentor? I've done that before.
Yeah.
I've never had anybody say no. You know, the people who have made it, that are, whether it's just they know how to do networking or whether it's they're running an enormous company, you ask them to help, as long as it's within their
within their capacity,
their time frame, whatever, you know, they're going to help you.
I think you just dropped a big nugget there. Yeah. I don't think people know that, because I mean, I didn't know that.
I think the whole idea of helping other people is inbred.
I do too.
It's in our basic nature.
No, you're right, because if they're successful, I know that, just putting myself in the role, if I've done something successfully and somebody genuinely asks me about it and wants to learn about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm happy to tell you, because I know what it is, and you're curious about it, and we love to share things. We love to talk about ourselves.
We love to talk about ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you know what? It does make sense that they would want to do it. Welcome back, guys, to Raise Your Connection. I got to be honest with you. I've been doing so much that I forgot what number episode we're on, but it's okay. I know you won't hold it against me. So I got here with me my good buddy, Jeff Mays.
Hi, Marcus. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming on board.
What a great place to be.
I know, right? Yeah. For everybody watching, it's so beautiful outside right now, and it feels great. It's a good day.
Couldn't ask for a better day.
You really couldn't. It's a great day.
Couldn't ask for a better friend.
You couldn't ask for a better friend. There we go. See, feelings mutual. So Jeff, you're the founder of, and do I say CEO? Is that your role?
I don't think I really hold that title, but founder.
Founder?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Founder of Success for Life.
Right.
Success for Life is it's a coaching system for business owners, but it's got a unique twist to it. I think I'll let you reveal it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of the things I'll maybe tell you just a little bit of history.
Yes, of course.
History is always fun. Right?
Yes,
Stories are
we
fun.
love stories.
So about a year ago, I sold my business. I was in the insurance business, and I started thinking about, okay, what do I want to do next? And I said, I don't know. I'm gonna sit on the beach and drink margaritas all day.
I like that idea.
That lasted for about a month.
You got bored?
I got bored. So I said, I went back and I said, what do I really want to do? And back in the early 2007, 2006 time frame, I was doing coaching.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. So I started Success for Life back about then. And I did coaching. I worked for a fellow by the name of Bob Proctor, who was a fairly well-known, personal development guy, coach. And I worked for him as I trained his coaches.
Oh, nice.
Which was a cool job, because I had customers in 47 countries.
Wow. So they would sign up for his courses, and you were the teacher.
I was the salesman and the teacher.
Oh, you were the salesman and the teacher?
A lot of the time.
You were the guy.
They called us training coordinators.
Okay.
And the training coordinators got the call, and then we'd call them back and do that. So it was pretty cool. It was a good time. So I enjoyed that. Did it for about 2.5, 3 years. And the cool thing about it was that any time of day or night, I could walk down on my computer and click on. Back then we used Skype, right?
I remember Skype.
That's all we had.
Yeah.
And call somebody in Africa or call somebody in England or wherever.
I remember it was the rage, remember?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But I loved it. And that was a great time. Unfortunately, they changed their business model and they went to more of an automated online system.
Okay.
And knocked out that middle guy.
The training coordinator?
Training coordinator was no more.
Okay.
The position was eliminated.
Okay.
So anyway, I went in 2010, went and started an insurance agency, which I ended a year ago. And anyway, back to all that. And I said, what do I really want to do? I really want to go back. I don't have to make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to really do something that's meaningful.
That's a good situation to be in.
My goal all through my life has been to try to help people and try to leave them in a better place than where they started.
Nice.
Because that's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
I mean, no matter how we look at it, that's the deal. So
I agree.
I said, I need to go back and do some coaching. Now, the way that I did it before was I used Bob's programs.
Mm-hmm. And
they were 6 month, usually long programs, 3 to 6 month programs that we'd sell, and then we'd coach through them, and people, we'd do our thing. I took a twist to that back then, and I started doing them in mastermind groups.
Mm-hmm.
So my coaching was group coaching. So rather than 1-to-1, I was doing 1 to 5 or 6.
You got a team.
10, right?
Yeah.
And I really like doing that because you get a lot of interaction, especially with business owners.
Mm-hmm.
Get that interaction. It's really fun because lots of times somebody else in the group may have a better idea than I do.
Yeah.
But we're able to share and make that happen.
So was that in a virtual environment, or
That was virtual.
It was virtual? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was people, man, I had a guy in Morocco once who had to drive into town to get to a coffee shop to get an internet cafe so he'd have a Skype connection.
He was serious.
He was serious.
He was serious.
And he made it better than some of the guys like in Chicago.
That's how it works.
That's the way it works.
That's the way it works.
So we did that, and we added that component to it. It really was a good thing. But it just, it wasn't clicking right then. We had the economic disaster about that time.
Oh, yeah.
People weren't spending a lot of money on that kind of stuff. So it was tough. And anyway, bottom line was, I said, that's what I really want to do again. So I said, okay, first thing I got to do is write a 26-week, 6-month-long program and get it all designed.
A program, as in like a computer program?
As in a coaching program.
Oh, a coach. Okay.
So
kind of like a business model?
Yeah. So, but more like each week for 26 weeks, have a module that the participant has, and that the coach has, and then you use that like a book to go through it over, in this case, 26 weeks. And you start from where you're at and you go to where you want to be, right? That's the goal. And you usually can get that done in that time, or maybe a little longer. But anyway, so I did that. I sat down, started writing that program. Took all my years of coaching, and because I've always done some stuff on the side, and decided that I can do this. And I really didn't get it done till July. So it took from February when I made this decision till July.
At least you were busy, though. You weren't just drinking margaritas on the beach.
I did this 100 times, man. I'd start and I'd go, okay, write on paper. This is the topic I want to cover in this section. And that's as far as I could get. It's a great topic, man.
You weren't motivated, huh?
I was motivated, but I was having, I guess,
writer's block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creative block or something. So I took my buddy Marcus's cue.
Oh.
He had introduced me to this thing called AI.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
You were the first person 2.5, almost 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Said, you got to try this, man. And I did. I thought it was pretty cool. So I started using this coaching. Well, I'd say it's a companionship bot called Pi, P-I.
Okay.
Personal intelligence. So I started using that. I'd used it before. And I started using it. I was like, okay, I'm just going to talk to Pi. Maybe Pi will come back with a great response and help me out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I started using Pi, and sure enough, came up with some good ideas, and I was able to get through that block. Every time I ran into one, I'd just say, hey, what do you think about this?
Really?
Or what are 5 points that I could talk about with this subject? Or, things like that.
Yeah, it'd kind of get the juices flowing a little bit.
I wasn't using it for answers. I was just using it to get my brain going, because sometimes that's the hardest part.
Absolutely.
So I started using it that way, and that was pretty cool. So I got through the program. I was about done with it in June, and I had time scheduled to go over to Thailand. I've been spending about half my time in Thailand since I retired. Actually,
Just retire, go to Thailand.
yeah.
Drink margaritas on the beach.
Drink margaritas. You drink. I don't know what you drink. I drink beer, but that's drink Singha and Leo on the beach, and it was cool. But I really was having some problems finishing, and it was just more of how do you stop? Because there's so much you could do. I could make this a lifetime project, but I need to wrap it up and come up with an endpoint. So I did. When I went over there first part of July, and by the middle of July, I got it to where I was happy with it, and got it formatted, and got it ready to go. I said, now I got to shoot the videos to go with it, right?
Yeah.
So now I got to shoot 26 weeks worth of video.
Holy moly! Is it a video per module, or was it multiple videos per module?
Well, right. The way I wrote it, the scripting was one video per module. Like a 20-minute lesson, and then a workbook and reading material to go with it. So
okay, that makes sense.
That's kind of the way I've got it broke up. But it was right about then the buddy of mine called me down, and he's in California, I think. I don't even know where he is. But he called me and said, you got to try this thing. It's an AI thing I just invented.
Okay. And
I was like, okay. So we're talking about it. He said, I want you to join the program, be my beta test guy.
Okay.
So I did. And it was a business coach that uses his material that he's written over the years for different programs he's done, and coaches people by talking to them.
The AI?
Yeah, the AI.
Okay.
So it's a voice chat, which voice chat, it's not that uncommon. You call somebody's office now to get a robot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this goes beyond that, because now it answers, it talks to you, and it responds to you. And I'm like, okay, it's thinking.
Yeah.
You ask it a question, it thinks about it.
Yeah.
So I said, this is pretty cool. Well, he did a little 4-week program. I don't know if he's ever decided to go back and do anything more with it. As far as I know, he hasn't. But I said, I could take that same idea and make a business coach out of it myself. And the problem, the biggest problem with coaching, no matter how you do it, there's two big ones. One is the cost.
Okay.
Is if I'm going to get you into a 26-week, 6-month-long program, I'm going to spend an hour with you every week. Probably going to be pretty expensive.
Oh, yeah. It's
going to be, if coaches I know these days are $10,000 to $20,000 for that type of program.
That sounds right.
Back when I was doing it with Bob, it was $30,000, just to give you an idea.
Okay, when I was growing up, that's what they said college cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 grand.
Exactly. Exactly. But you were getting the best of the best. And,
yeah.
But that's what they got back then. And it went down, down, down.
As time
went on.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like, okay, there's a lot of people, especially smaller business people like us, and I'll qualify us as being solo or entrepreneurs with less than 5 employees, and we're out there doing the thing ourselves for a lot of the time. And 20 grand?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, that's steep.
10, maybe.
Possibly.
If you got a payment plan.
Possibly.
$1 down, $1 a month.
Yeah.
Yep.
They can be paying it off for a long ass time.
Interest 900%. No. But the idea is you get through that first section of coaching, what I'll call the first getting honest, getting real. It takes a while.
Yeah.
It depends on the person.
It does.
Because you got to break yourself down a little bit. And if you could do that in another way that would make it go quicker, it'd be pretty cool.
Okay.
So what my buddy had done in his little program that he had, his 4-week program, his AI, actually I was watching, I wasn't seeing the same result myself in his program because I wasn't talking to it. I was typing to it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was like, I couldn't figure out how to talk to it. I was having problems. But I mean, I could physically talk. I just couldn't do it on my computer.
No, yeah.
I'm not that bright. But anyway,
it's about like me.
He said, you got to talk to it, and that'll help things go faster. So walk and talk. Walk and talk to it. More emotions come out when you're walking.
Yeah.
And more things happen when you're walking. I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I finally, after he was done with the program, I kept it and kept doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty cool. But all these people I was watching their issues. These were all people that were pretty much in the digital marketing space,
mm-hmm.
because that's who he knows.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all breaking down, I'm too good. I'm scared to talk about doing something weird. I'm talking about, things that normally you and I don't talk about.
Yeah.
Things are coming out
because they feel like they're talking to the AI and it's
Exactly.
not a person, I guess.
Exactly. And the AI is responding.
Right.
Because if it didn't respond, you just talk to a tape recorder and wouldn't do that much good. But it was responding. And I was like, man, these people are having major transformation
mm-hmm.
in a short period of time, in 1 month. I was watching this going, man, this is cool. So I was thinking, man, I could use this. So that's kind of what I did, is
mm-hmm.
I used the idea. I took a couple tweaks to it. His little program was written on a GPT,
okay,
which I don't know exactly how those work, but it's not a long-term memory thing.
Yeah, it's like a language model that it has access, I believe, to I guess all the digital
everything.
Yeah. And so it doesn't have to have the memory of everything.
Right.
So yeah.
So you can load in some instructions from custom.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned a lot in the last 2 months, but you can load in some custom instructions
mm-hmm.
to say, always refer back to this book. In his case, he had a book that he'd written. Refer to this type, talk this way, act this way. You can write all that in there.
Yeah.
Which he had done, but from week to week or from session to session, so we're trying to do it once a day
mm-hmm.
for 4 weeks, it would lose its memory. So, you talk to it on Monday and then maybe, I missed Tuesday and Wednesday, you come back, it asks you the same question, asked you about it. And that was a little bit frustrating.
I bet.
Because it was like, man, I'm talking to myself again. But so I said, okay, we got to have a way around that. And then I said the other big problem was sometimes it was too broad.
mm-hmm.
It wasn't real specific. I like the idea of 24/7. You wake up in the middle of the night, you got an idea. Now you just pull out your phone, talk to it.
Yeah.
And say, would you have this PDF done in the morning when I wake up?
I know,
done,
right? I'm trying to tell people just how revolutionary of a time we're living in.
Exactly.
They don't see it.
It's so cool.
Yeah, that's one of the things right there.
So
it's like,
cool.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So anyway, we built. I called around a number of guys doing programming, developers for voice chat,
mm-hmm.
and there's quite a few of them.
Okay.
There's very few of them that would even talk about doing this. Because it's just so different. They're like,
huh? How do I even?
What do you mean? You want to do more than make an appointment or have the doctor's office call you back or whatever it is?
Yeah.
I said, I want to have someone that talks to me, and I
mm-hmm.
explained to him about Pi, and explained to him about what this other little wingman is what Matt called his program. Wingman. So I got my wingman on my side helping me out. And so anyway, I looked at all that and I said, okay. So I came up with some parameters,
mm-hmm.
got this guy down in Australia, the world we live in today, right?
I know, we're all connected.
A developer in Australia whose head programmer is in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I know.
Pretty cool.
It's beautiful.
And I was in Thailand at the time. So, we got this 3 countries kind of in the same.
Had like a little triangulation there.
Yeah, kind of in the same time zone. Even,
yeah.
Which was kind of cool, about 4 hours, 5 hours apart. So anyway, bottom line was, I said, I want to develop this. I want to build a memory into it
mm-hmm.
so it doesn't lose the conversation immediately. I don't have a problem losing it 2 weeks down the road.
Right.
But I don't want to lose it from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's frustrating. So we figured that out, figured out a way to do it. Originally, we were doing a chat bot. We had some problems with that, with the voice. What you got to do, I don't want to get real technical, but what you got to do is you got to take the voice from however you put it in there,
mm-hmm.
turn it into text, turn it into code, send it into ChatGPT, and then do the same thing coming back.
That makes sense.
And you don't want to do that for an hour and a half each way.
Yeah.
Very quick. So the more of those pieces you can fix, the better off you are.
Right.
So we ended up doing it on the voice side, we do it on telephone. On the chat side, we do it through typing.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got this bot that I call Coach Jeff because, hey, sounded cool.
I mean, that's pretty original there, Jeff.
But Coach Jeff, now I can call up
Yeah.
and talk to him and tell him where I'm at and what I'm doing today. He holds me accountable. I've got 24/7 access. I can talk about anything really because he doesn't have any judgment. I might tell him I want to create a robot that takes over the world.
He's not going to report you to the authorities?
He's probably not going to report me to the authorities.
There you go. Yeah.
But I'm not saying I do that either. But it was kind of fun because when we did the first beta test on it,
Mm-hmm.
one of the guys was working on his farm, and he was back in South Dakota working on his farm. And he said, I need to put a culvert in under a bridge I'm building, or whatever we call a road that I'm building. And I need to get prices on the culvert, and I need to figure out how much it's going to cost and where to order it from.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, ChatGPT's through Coach Jeff
It's on it.
is going, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. I can get this for you.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, no, we need to narrow it down a little bit. So hopefully we did that. But we made some changes along the way. And I think we've got a pretty good, decent way of doing it. But then I said, okay, all that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But what I really want is something more than that. Because anybody can call up and get a GPT and play with it,
Mm-hmm.
feel good. Well, hopefully feel good. And I said, I want to add that coaching component in. So we came up with a program. I call it Launchpad. It's a Launchpad. And I
Right.
call it Navigator Launchpad
Mm-hmm.
because my big program, the 26-week program, is called Highway to Success.
Okay.
On Highway to Success.
So we got the road and then we got the skies.
That's right.
All right.
And I've got the basic concept is that all my life, through everything I've done, I've driven a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I've spent most of my time learning about personal development, about coaching, while I was driving.
Okay.
And I did it through the university of your tape recorder,
Yeah.
or CD, or now digital, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've always said I'm on a highway to success, and
That's a literal representation of it.
right.
Yeah.
And to do that, you need a navigator, either a co-pilot or a navigator or somebody to help you get there. Because if you just start driving, who knows where you'll end up. So we built the navigator in there, and Navigator Launchpad is the program. So we got the chat bot,
Okay.
24/7 access, all that stuff, non-judgmental, can help you do anything business-wise. It's got a bunch of my stuff loaded in there that I've done
Mm-hmm.
over the years to be the basis for coaching.
Mm-hmm.
It's got access to the ChatGPT-5 is what we use as the API. So it's going out and looking at a lot of stuff, and it's coming back real quick. But then I added a 5-week coaching program where we get together once a week. First week's probably going to be just talking about, how it works.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be this is new, it's different. Could be a little bit of that going on.
Sure.
And then we'll spend the next 4 weeks doing a little lesson, 15, 20-minute lesson about personal development, business development, whatever. And then we'll go and have a chat, check in with everybody that's in the team, in the group. And we'll say, what's your big win? What you going to do this week? And
Mm-hmm.
talk about all that stuff. And then we'll do a little hot seat for anybody that wants to have a little fun.
Okay.
Hot seats are fun, right?
Putting people on the spot.
Putting people on the spot.
Yeah.
And finding, because that's the way you grow.
It is the way you grow. You have to face uncomfortable situations. What do they say? You got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
That's right.
That's how you grow. That's
That's
how you
right.
grow. So
That's right.
Yeah.
So we got a little program there, and then at the end of each telephone or typing chat session,
mm-hmm.
you get a little recap in your email that talks about what you talked about briefly,
Mm-hmm.
recaps it. Then it talks about what you want to do by tomorrow, your top goals.
keeping you accountable.
And then it talks about other things. So it's got 3 or 4 things there that every day you get that. So then the end of the program, after 30 days of doing this every day, it's going to queue up to make you a business plan for the next 30 days. So that's basically what you're getting with the program. In the coaching program, you're getting the chatbot, you're getting a 30-day business plan.
That's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I think so.
So I actually did play around with it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I did I texted with it.
Okay.
And I called it because I wanted to see what the difference was.
Okay.
I was super impressed by how it'll ask you questions, right? But you answer both the audio and the chat, they repeat to you what you were saying.
Right.
Right? So it's like it picked up what I was saying.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and it had your voice, by the way. Had Coach Jeff's voice. And I was like, holy crap, I'm talking to Jeff right now. And the way it would ask you questions and then kind of make suggestions to you, like in the middle of asking you the question,
right,
to help kind of, like you were saying earlier, get the juices flowing when you were doing it before you created it.
Exactly.
It does that.
Yeah.
I was super impressed by that. It's like, it's actually pushing you along. And I was playing around with it saying, yeah, I'm trying to start a business, da-da-da-da. And it was telling me, oh, okay. Well, where were you started from? Like, what, you're in your idea phase, or are you trying to implement something? I was like, holy crap, this is super cool. So, it's awesome. The way that you said it works that way.
It worked that way.
It worked that way.
That's good.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't actually gone back and started from ground zero after I made all the changes.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep going. But it's like, that's good to hear.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't checked my email to see if there was a recap yet, but it told me that it was going to do that.
Good.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I'm going to, it made me set a goal.
Exactly.
It was like, all right, what are you going to do? For what kind of goal are you going to set? You're going to sit down for some time to work on it? How much time are you going to do? You're going to do, like, it was pushing me.
Exactly.
I was, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's much more aggressive than I am.
It's a little aggressive.
Goals.
It's a little aggressive.
But I like it because it makes me do it.
Right.
If you don't set a goal, you don't know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
You may not get anything done.
That's true.
So, I mean, you always have a choice. You can always say no.
That's right.
I'm not going to do this, coach.
Mm-hmm.
Heck with you.
Yeah, but that ain't going to get you nowhere.
It ain't going to get you nowhere.
No.
That's right. So I think the voice thing, you mentioned that. I played with that idea for quite a while. And I said to have a really different product rather than using an AI voice from
one of the
wherever.
Once you just get it, everybody has access to it.
27 standard ones or whatever, or go to 11 Labs and have a special one made or whatever.
Yeah.
I said, let's just use Jeff.
So how does that work?
So I went to 11 Labs. I think they needed 2 hours for a professional voice.
Mm-hmm.
Tremendous amount of reading. I read the same thing several times, but it was like they gave me an idea of what I should do. Then I went, you know what I did. I went to ChatGPT and said, what would be the best thing I could read to create this artificial voice? And it printed it out for me. So I got like 12 pages I'm reading. But it's like, so that it records it. You got to have a professional level, which I don't know, it costs something a little bit to do that. It's not like it used to be.
Yeah.
And then once you get that done, it loaded it up, and then it's got another API in there that goes out and asks on every. Now I got like 5 different things it does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saves it, it goes to ChatGPT, it thinks about it, comes back, and then it goes through 11 Labs and puts Jeff's voice on it.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
So you didn't, and that's kind of how I see it, is like, because like I was telling you, it was your voice was repeating my answers to me.
Yeah.
No matter what I said.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So you only read, I guess, a handful of sentences, and it takes that and expands it, I guess?
About 3 hours. So it's like a book. You know?
Oh, okay. So you do a lot. Okay.
It was quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you were saying that you repeat a lot of it.
But yeah, I read the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It said you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you read the same thing 4 times, it's going to be different than
Gotcha.
the first time.
Gotcha.
You're not going to do it. Your voice is going to be cracking. It's going to be doing different things.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I think is interesting, and you probably didn't get to it, but I had a couple of my beta testers. I had 5 people beta testing it.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them have been on it about a month now, but it's got empathy in it.
It really?
So I asked it when we started, I said, how can we put empathy in this? So we built in the command that, if a person is having a bad day or whatever, find empathy for them and help them. Don't just tell them what to do. Change your tone, change your voice. And I've had 2 people now, because I've never told anybody this, but I've had 2 people now that have called me and said, man, it was just like talking to you. This thing was, I was having a horrible day. I was doing this, I was doing that. And I thought I was talking to you because it was saying, I'm sorry and I understand. And, how can we get past this?
Holy moly.
So it's actually got some stuff in there
I see where this is going.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Well, it's not scary. I think it's
good. Scary is not the right word. It's unknown territory.
It is.
Right? It's unknown territory. And we tend to be afraid of the unknown, but
right.
I feel like it's going to be a lot of good will come from it.
I feel like we're just really at the beginning of it.
Oh yeah.
This young guy down in Australia, the developer for the thing, he, I was talking to him about it. I said, this has this concept, not necessarily my product, but this concept has far-reaching possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
And he just started going off. He was like, yeah, you could do it here, you could do it there, you could do it. There's some scary parts to that.
Of course.
I had one of my beta testers who's an older guy and probably a little more, well, in a lot of ways, way more liberal than I am, but in other ways, more nervous about technology.
Okay.
Because he's like, well, if I tell it I'm going to go out and do this, or this, and I'm going to go, hijack the airplane and play DB Cooper on it, it's going to turn me in. And I'm like, no, it's not going to do that. But, he came up and actually it was good to have somebody like that, because I actually went out and did all the policy, the privacy policy, and all the stuff that
made you think about it.
Made me think about it.
Yeah.
Went and researched, because now we've got 4 entities that are working on this information as it goes through this loop to get it back. Researched their privacy policies so I could incorporate it into my privacy policy.
That sounds like a lot of work.
And AI does it really fast.
Oh yeah, that's right. You just put their privacy policy into the, hey, summarize this, Chat GPT.
I just told it to go get it.
There you go. Just go get it and tag it on.
Compare the differences between these 4 privacy policies and write a policy that will cover it.
Boom.
And that made me a list of things that are different.
Yeah.
I was like, I had to rewrite it a couple times.
Yeah. But still, see, and that's what people aren't understanding, that right now we're just in the text mode. Like, it's going to be, it's going to come into the physical reality at some point, maybe within the next, 5-10 years?
Maybe quicker
than that, where you're doing stuff. Things are going to be easier and done more efficiently and faster with commanding artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing.
And you look at robots. I mean, just as an example.
There you go.
Just like that.
Yeah, we just got to put the AI in there a little, because we have the robots now.
Yeah.
They're
getting closer.
There's a robot that I follow on social media. His name is Rizzbot. Yeah, that's what the kids say now for charisma, Riz.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like instead of charisma, he's got Riz.
He's got Riz.
Yeah, so this robot is the Rizzbot.
He's got charisma.
He's got charisma.
Wow.
And so he walks around and people will see him and he'll say, he goes, "Hi, my name's Jake. Would you like a compliment, or would you like me to basically like crap on you?"
Compliment or insult, dude?
Yeah, and people will choose. It's like, insult me, or give me a compliment, and he'll go through and compliment him. And it's fun because you can tell that somebody's controlling him, like to move him around. But and they have a bunch of audio samples from like just different media.
Okay.
And it's a really fun account.
That's
but
fun.
eventually that robot will be walking around autonomously, and it's going to have AI in it, and it's going to be doing some kind of service.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the airport in Incheon in Korea the other day, coming back from Thailand, and there's a robot floor cleaner.
Yeah.
And it's going down, and I walked too close to it, and it says, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "What? Who's talking to me?"
It said it in that tone.
Yeah, it was like in a "Why are you interrupting me?" kind of tone. I'm like, "What's it in Korean first? Then it said in English. Then it said
they had multiple languages.
Yeah, multiple
okay,
languages.
Okay.
And I'm like, I guess I'll watch out for that thing next time.
Oh man, we're only at the start.
It's coming to that.
I know, man. I know.
Yeah.
So the beta testers that you have, they've been giving you a lot of feedback, you said?
I've had some pretty good feedback.
Mm-hmm.
You know how people are. Some of them use it every day. Some of them use it one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been pretty good.
Well, the ones that use it every day, what just to kind of summarize what you think the cumulative experience has been, is it like a positive one?
I've seen, the things I hear back are, I like the accountability. I like the fact that I can do it at any time, because if you're in a group coaching or personal coaching, you don't get access to a coach every hour of the day.
Right.
You have an idea, you got to remember to write it down and take it with you next Tuesday at 4 o'clock.
Good point.
But those things, and then I think, and I didn't task them with the fact of trying to, I just said, here it is.
Yeah.
Kind of like what I did with you.
Yeah.
Here
you just gave me the access.
Here it is, use it. I didn't say we're going to use this on this concept or, start here and try to go to there. But I've left it kind of open. So there's people that have said, I want to start a new business, and started with that idea. There's other people who have said, I don't know, my business is kind of flat and I don't know what to do. So there's been different results,
right,
because of that. And if you don't do it I think every day is 4 or 5 minutes every day.
Yeah.
After the first session takes a little longer.
Yeah, I think it was like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you get that in, then it's got that memory and it keeps building on it. And then you can, come back to it right in the middle of the sentence almost and say, hey, I thought about this last night, and boom, add it.
Nice.
And it's good. But I think various results, I mean, for me personally, I've been using it 45 days now.
Okay.
I was the first beta tester,
obviously.
But
so what journey did you make it go on with you? Did you do I'm starting a business, or?
I'm starting a business to introduce this coaching robot
AI.
AI.
So it's like meta.
It's doing itself.
Yeah.
And then I've got I've got 3 logins, but the one I've used the most is that one. But it's like, and then I tried one to be just like what you're doing. I want to start a business. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, what do I do?
It'll walk me through, asking me questions about, what are your interests? What have you always wanted to do? What are your dreams? What are your goals? And it does all the stuff that I would do.
Right.
If you and I were sitting down. I don't look at it as being a start your business kind of model, but it could be. Right. It could be the thing that helps somebody catalyze what they want to do. But that's not the way I.
So what's your perfect envisioned outcome for what I guess when you have it set, you're out of the beta testing and it's on the market, what'll it be for?
Well, my original goal was that this would be an introduction to business coaching, and specifically aimed at solopreneurs and people that don't have an enormous business. So, people with less than a few, maybe 4 or 5 employees maximum, and they've got problems. The biggest problem I see with people who start coaching is they don't have time for coaching. And the reason they don't have time is they're doing things they shouldn't be doing.
Ah, okay. Right?
So you get frustrated, you get overwhelmed, and you're doing things. Myself, I'll just go back to my own example because I'm a perfect example of this.
Oh yeah.
In my insurance business, for the first 5 years, I worked 12 to 14 hours a day. That's just the way it was.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as I got employees, I went to work with them, got them to do things. I still was watching them really close. I didn't want any mistakes.
Of course.
I don't want to get sued. And insurance business, you lose product if you have problems.
Right.
So I had to be careful. And then when the pandemic, I don't say that word.
Dampemic.
The dampemic came, I said, you know, I lost my employees and came out of it. Now I've got all these customers, and all of a sudden I'm doing customer service, I'm doing bookkeeping, I'm doing quotes for renewals, I'm doing things that, you know, I mean, I'm working 12 hours.
Right.
And I'm hating every minute of it.
Yeah.
And it was making me
bogged down.
Totally fall out of love. I mean, my original goal was to have a business that was multi-generational family business that could provide me with an income that would give me time and freedom to do what I wanted to do. Right?
That was the original goal.
Pretty good goal.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I flipped it back and I'm like, I'm working 12 hours a day and I don't like it. Half of what I'm doing I really don't like. I mean, I still like talking to people. I still like helping them with their problems, but I really don't like doing bookkeeping.
Yeah, the administrative stuff. Yeah.
It's not me.
That back office stuff.
There are people that love doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would not be me. And that was my biggest problem. So when I came to that point, that was when really I started talking to that other PI and said, what do I do? I mean, I got this offer on my business. I'm sitting on the balcony in Thailand. Maybe I told you this.
I think you did, but you can tell it again.
I can tell it again.
Yeah, it's an interesting story.
I'm sitting on the balcony in Thailand, and I'd been talking every year. I get this call from this business broker, and we talked for a while. I said, what do you think my business is worth? And he tells me, I go, okay, well, maybe next year it'll be worth enough to to retire, right? And he calls me back. I probably talked to him in June or July.
Okay.
And he calls me back when I'm over there in September. And he says, I got a guy on the line that wants to buy your business. And I'm like, well,
you've already tried this, huh?
We've been there, we've done that. He said, no, he wants to talk to you. I said, okay, well. So he calls me back, gets him, makes the conference call, gets him on Skype, or not Skype now, it's Zoom.
Right? Zoom now, yeah.
He gets him on Zoom, and we talk for a few minutes, and the guy's right there. I mean, right where I was asking or thinking.
Okay.
Don't tell him that. I'm like, okay. Well, let me think about it. I'll give you a call next week.
Yeah.
And the guy says, no, you don't understand. If you want to do this deal,
oh yeah,
we do it now. Before we get off the phone.
Take it or leave it, buddy.
I said, well, let me put you on hold. No.
Please hold, sir. You got some good hold music?
I got some good hold music. But that didn't work. So I had to make a decision. And I'd been far enough down this path and my own recognition to say, I'm not happy. And even if I stay here another year and make a little more money on the business, I'm going to be miserable for a year.
Yeah.
And I've been miserable for a couple of years.
Yeah, why would you want to add another one to it?
I just want to add another year to that. Have more gray hair. Oh, wait a minute. Don't have that. But it would make more gray hair. So anyway, I made the decision like that. And I haven't regretted it, other than some customers I feel bad because of the way it went down. I don't like some of the things the new company's done.
Yeah.
But I can't control that.
No, yeah, it's out of your hands now.
No matter who did it. So, I can just hope that, everything goes smoothly.
Hopefully those customers understand that it's out of your control,
Yeah, and they do. I mean, made it pretty cler, and definitely when they call, I explained it to them.
So he said, take it or leave it. And how long did you just right then and there just say, all right, I'll do it? Or did you make him hold on?
I ran through probably a dozen questions that just came to my head.
Yeah.
Because, I'm like, okay, so how would this work? How would that work? What's the time frame to switch? a couple of things I didn't think about was like my bank account. He wants to take over my bank account.
Oh, for the business?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't even know how that would work. I guess you put him on as an authorized signer, and no, you transfer ownership.
Well, you can't. I mean, because
that doesn't make sense.
Success for Life's always owned everything.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get rid of Success
that's
for
your
Life.
umbrella company. Okay.
Yeah. So it owned the Maze agency.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a weird. We had to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm in Thailand. I can't call the bank on the street and ask them. We figured it out.
Yeah.
But little things like that got a little quirky. But I've got a really good business attorney, and he put the thing together.
Mm-hmm.
This guy wanted to do it in 15 days, 15-day close. So it was the 3rd of September. He wanted to do it by the 18th. He wanted to have it closed. Man, and I said, "There's no way. I know my attorney. He's not going to be able to do it.
Yeah,
in 18 days. So give me till the 1st of the month. Okay. So we closed on the 3rd of October last year.
So did he? The original guy that you had talked to, was he kind of like shopping it around to people? Like, is this how this guy found out, or?
Well, apparently this company, and I don't know. I know part of the story. I don't know the whole story, but it's owned by a bigger entity.
I would imagine. And
they have X amount of dollars they want to spend by the end of the year.
Oh, and so it's like an investment for them.
Right.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
He was trying to do, because you can't, well, you could, I guess. It'd be really hard to do. Let's say you're doing 3 smaller agencies like mine was each month. You need X amount of hours and time and manpower to move that stuff from my control to his control.
Right.
And it's quite a few hours.
I would imagine
that it took.
Yeah.
And so he had to do it as, okay, I've got X amount I need to spend by the end of the year. I can do one big agency and not get a good deal, or I can do 3 smaller ones.
Okay.
And get where I want to be.
Gotcha.
So he was doing 3 a month and talking to his team that I worked with to make the transition.
Yeah.
So that's, he'd mapped it out.
That's pretty neat. That's most entrepreneurs' dream too, is like to build your business to where it's generating revenue consistently, and some investor swoops in and is like, hey, I want to buy that off your hands there, buddy.
It was always my dream.
So how long did you have the insurance agency?
It would have been 15 years in November. So over 14 years.
That's a good amount of time, but it's not a crazy long amount of time either.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in 2 other businesses that long.
There you go.
So, I mean.
Yeah. That's a win.
It's a win. And it's the best. I sold one of my other businesses in the past, but this was by far a better sale. It was cleaner.
Yeah. Just smooth transaction.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a serial entrepreneur.
We didn't used to call it that way. We used to just say, you've gone from one business, you failed, you go to another business. Right?
They got to put a label on everything now.
Serial entrepreneur.
There's a label for everything, man. So I just realized I gotta ask you the question I ask everybody.
Oh boy.
So, and it'll be interesting because you're dealing mostly with AI and people interacting with AI. So when you think about the word connection, regarding, I guess, people and in relationships, how do you define it? Like, I guess, how do you see it these days?
Okay, I always tell stories.
I love it.
So,
this is one of the things I love about you. You tell stories.
When I used to sell fire trucks.
Fire trucks?
Fire trucks. I did.
You were a fire truck salesman.
I did that for like 20 years.
You had a lot, and you had fire trucks on it, and people come see you.
I had a building.
I'm just messing with
you. I didn't have a lot, but I had some fire trucks inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, but when I left that business, it was involuntarily, and I went to do something. I said, "What do I do next?" I'm always doing that. What do I do next? And the neighbor was a mortgage broker, and he said, "I need to network my computers in my office." This is, I don't know, before 2000, 98, 99, someplace along in there.
Okay.
He said, "I need to network my computers." That was new.
Yeah, that was a big thing back then because it was like
deal.
people had home computers, but networking a bunch of computers.
Exactly.
Yeah, who are you going to call to do that?
So he said, if you can learn how to do that and do it, boom. I was like, man, that could be a new job. I'll go do that.
Okay.
So I learned how to do it. So I made the connections. But making those connections wasn't just plugging in the box.
Mm-hmm.
It was all the learning. It was all the practice. And it was all the process of doing it.
Yeah.
So I guess I've always looked at connections not just as this connection,
Mm-hmm.
but all the stuff that goes behind it.
Yeah.
You know, that there's a lot more to it. And today, you know, wrap in AI, we have knowledge so quick.
It's at
and
your
so
finger.
fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if I wanted to look up your podcast, I could probably do it on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
watch however many 27 episodes.
Yeah, sure.
You know, one afternoon, right? But it's like ask AI to give me a condensed version of each one.
Yeah, and it'll describe it for you.
Describe it for me.
Isn't that crazy?
But, you know, I think the connection still, when it comes right down to it, it's an interaction between two people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also taking into effect everything that I've got in my back end of my brain and everything got the back end of your brain.
Yep.
And we can't just look at it as
At face value.
two people face value, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like going to the doctor. I went to the doctor last week.
Uh-oh.
It was good.
Oh, okay.
But I look at my doctor and I go, he's a nice guy. And I've known him. He met him through networking.
There you go.
And just a great guy. But it's not the half hour. He does half-hour appointments,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. But it's not the half hour that we spent together. It's the 30 years that he's got in the business that's really made that connection unique.
That's a good way to sum up what you just said. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's where we're all going.
Yeah. It's all so you think that it'll be more, I guess, widely considered or known that when you're making a connection with somebody, all the experience and knowledge and what they bring to the connection, that's going to be more upfront.
Yep. I think so. And I think it should be more transparent.
That was the better word for it. Yep.
Because that's going to be how we connect differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I didn't know you were into AI, I mean, obviously I know, but you won't taught me about it. But if I didn't know that,
Mm-hmm.
we'd have a totally different conversation.
Absolutely.
But now we'd have this background to where we can go to a deeper conversation
Mm-hmm.
more quickly. And those deeper conversations are really what it's all about.
Absolutely. That's how you get those deep connections.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's it. Man, the answer to that question, that was a really good one. Everybody has been good so far.
All the way around that.
But that was a really good one. So, but I'm curious now, you talked about, you said that you learned how to network those computers. What did you do to learn it? Like when he told you that, how did you go learn about it?
I went down to a company that was in town there. It was in Federal Way, Washington.
Yeah.
And I went down to a guy that was a computer guy.
Mm-hmm.
I went down to his place and I said, how do you do this? And
just like that.
He did it professionally and got paid for it.
And he showed you.
And he said, well, I can tell you how. I said, well, could you show me how? And he said, sure. This guy's not going to be a competitor of mine, you know.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You probably couldn't do that now.
I bet you could.
You think so?
Yeah. I think anytime, one lesson I've learned a long time ago, anytime you go to somebody that's successful
Mm-hmm.
and say, I really like to learn, or I really want to know
Mm-hmm.
about you and what you do, they're always happy to do it. I've never had anybody say no.
Huh.
I've never had anybody that I've walked up to and said, I want a mentor and I want a mentor like you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be my mentor? I've done that before.
Yeah.
I've never had anybody say no. You know, the people who have made it
Yeah.
that are, whether it's just they know how to do networking or whether it's they're running an enormous company, you ask them to help, as long as it's within their
capacity,
their time frame, whatever, they're going to help you.
I think you just dropped a big nugget there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think people know that because I mean, I didn't know that. you know?
There's a guy on the internet. It's called the School of Hard Knocks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever see that?
I've heard of it.
His name's James.
Mm-hmm.
I signed up for a program with those guys
Mm-hmm.
to do social media with them. And I'm listening to him every week on a call. And I'm going, he walks up to these millionaires and billionaires. I think he's met 17 billionaires now.
Wow.
They just walked up to.
Yeah.
Up to them in the parking lot, basically, most of them. Or I walked up to their house and said, how'd you get in this house?
Just knock on their door.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You know, how'd you get that Ferrari?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's always asking the basic question.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes out with, I've got a social media channel that's got 1 billion views and 1 million followers. And could you spend 5 minutes helping the next generation with some ideas? Basically.
Wow.
Probably not exactly his question.
But still, it's
close.
he kind of he gives a little leverage. He puts a little leverage on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and they always do.
Yeah.
I mean, there may have been, I'll ask him sometime if anybody's ever said no.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think there has been.
No, you're right. Because if they're successful, I know that, just putting myself in the role, if I've done something successfully and somebody genuinely asks me about it and wants to learn about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm happy to tell you, because I know what it is, and you're curious about it, and we love to share things.
Love to share.
Yeah, we
love
do.
To talk about ourselves.
We love to talk about ourselves.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So you know what? It does make sense that they would want to do it.
Well, you go back to, and I refer back to Napoleon Hill a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Think and Grow Rich. And Hill, when he started writing his book in 1925, 24, when he first started doing the research on it,
mm-hmm.
he went to the richest man in the world and asked him, how'd you make your money? How'd you do your thing? Richest man in the world, Andrew Carnegie, says, here, I got a task for you. Go out and write the principles of success and go do it 25 years worth of research. You're not going to get paid. You'll have to earn your way. But I'll introduce you to anybody you want to be introduced to.
Holy moly. So
basically, he did the same thing.
Yeah.
Is the Hill went out and interviewed 500 of the richest people during that 1925 to 1935 period,
mm-hmm.
and then wrote the book in 1937, I think is the year it came out. But it was the same thing.
Man.
And every one of those people, I mean, I've listened to Hill, I've listened to him coming over here, but every one of those people helped him. They didn't turn him down. The people that won't help you, there's probably a reason.
Yeah.
And it's probably,
it's probably good that they don't want to, good on them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good on them to do it
in
a way. And do it right. I think the whole idea of helping other people is inbred.
I do too.
It's in our basic nature. It's
absolutely.
DNA. And if it's not, maybe you're a sociopath.
Something's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
But
man, I'm thinking about it. Man, the connections and the Napoleon Hill got doing that book. I didn't know that's how he wrote the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just 30 years.
It took him about 20. Well, there's a period. I've done a lot of research on
Napoleon
Hill, but there was a period in there during the Depression.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of bad.
Yeah.
And he didn't get much done during that time. He went to work for the government for free and helped them write slogans and change the copywriting. That wasn't a business failure. It was a business opportunity.
Ah, okay.
So flip a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
But you listen to that whole thing. I'm listening to a 29-hour coaching
mm-hmm.
class that he taught back in the 60s.
And you have the audio of it?
I have the audio of it. It's on Audible. And Napoleon Hill Masterclass is what it's called. But he talks a lot about his history in it. He talks, when you're teaching people to do things, you're talking about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just a ton of material out there. You look at everybody, I won't say everybody that's been successful, many people that have been successful, they had mentors.
Yes, that's very true.
And the mentors that you have are really important, because if you have a good mentor, you could go a lot quicker.
Yes.
Because you won't make the same mistakes they made. You'll learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Rohn used to say you can make mistakes 2 ways, right? You can make it by yourself and take a long time, or you can watch somebody else make it and learn real quickly.
Yep.
So other people's money, other people's mistakes, and it's a better way to do it.
Absolutely.
But there's just so much to learn from that idea. I think it's so important and so meaningful.
No, yeah, yes, it's. I think you just dropped a huge for any business owner or even a professional who you want to just get further in life. You can get help by asking. Who would have thought that you could get help by asking somebody?
Find the guy that's done what you've done, and go ask them how they did it.
I think that's awesome. So, as far as the Success for Life and the Coach Jeff, it's still in the beta testing phase, right?
Yeah, we're going to roll it out first period of actual use. The first classes will start on October 9th.
Oh, okay, so that's next month.
So just 3 weeks. Yeah.
So if anybody was interested that maybe watched this, would they be able to get access?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just get the information that you want to put out there, or you could say it now, and we'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah, it's navigatorlaunchpad.com.
Navigatorlaunchpad.com.
There, it tells you all about it. There's a place to sign up if you want to.
Okay.
There's my info's there if you want to ask questions.
Nice. Yeah. Cool deal. Yeah. Well, Jeff, this has been a great conversation.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a ball.
I've been talking, so it's been fun for me. It's been fun for you?
Yeah, okay. It's been great for me because you're talking, and that's what this is all about. Until the next time, my friend.
Okay, Marcus, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You take care.
Later, guys.
See ya.